Howdy y'all, welcome back to the channel.
How's it going, everyone?
We are so close to being done in the kids' room. It has been a long time coming. I'm so excited. Amber's excited too.
I'm very, very excited.
That's what this like head wobble thing is about. That's excitement. Trying to escape. So,
I can't contain it.
So today we are going to be sanding down the boards that go underneath the mattresses. Hey, there's Michael. Say hi, Michael. So we are going to be sanding those down. We're not going to make them, we're not sanding them to make them look pretty. They are rough cut lumber, so we're just trying to get the roughness off of them so that they don't tear up the bottom sides of the mattresses is all. And then we have to put those back in there, and then it's time to clean. This is the last step, and then we're going to clean, and then y'all will see that in today's video. But then for the reveal video, the decorating and the reveal, you'll have to go over to Amber's channel and watch her video, because we'll probably be recording that tomorrow. I'm hoping we can get it cleaned out in here before it gets too hot today, because
I hope so. It's supposed to be warm though. So.
Yeah. This RO system uses a 5-stage filtration system to remove over 99% of contaminants like chlorine, heavy metals, fluoride, microplastics, and even forever chemicals. Are you tired of bulky, complicated reverse osmosis systems? Let me tell you about the Glacier Fresh U03. It's compact, powerful, and it doesn't even need electricity. This RO system is going to be perfect for us in our off-grid lifestyle, but it is also appropriate for anybody living on-grid who likes to save electricity and have efficient systems.
Okay guys, this is a little bit different situation because we are off-grid here, and our sink is only fed by one line, which we can make hot or cold. So little bit different situation. I'll only be hooking up one main line. So you just take your stub out. They've got an adapter here that goes onto your stub out.
Super easy, just a screw down there.
Very easy, very easy.
It just slips over that, super easy.
Once you get the blue hose hooked up, it's clearly marked right here as feed. So we just take it and it's just push connect, super simple. There it is, bam.
Can't get any easier than that.
Nope. Now you've got your drain, and then you've got your drinking water. So we'll hook drinking water up next. Hose is your drinking water. Again, just push connect. Very easy. And same thing on the other end. Just push connect. Very easy. Next is going to be your drain line. We're going to push connect. Easy. Okay. Comes with this handy dandy little adapter right here. You just stick it on your drain pipe, and you do have to drill a small hole in your drain pipe, and another push connect, and it's installed. Done.
That didn't take long at all.
That easy, guys.
Whoop whoop. Alright y'all, now it's time to test the water. So first we're going to test the unfiltered water out of this side. Shout out to our friends Mike and Terry over at WT Homestead for giving us this cup. Alright, there's that. And then we're also going to test the filtered water. So we're going to fill this cup with filtered water. so here we go. All right, first, it comes with this little TDS meter. TDS stands for Total Dissolved Solids. The TDS meter checks how many total dissolved solids are in our water. Things like salts, minerals, and metals. Low numbers mean purer water. Tap water usually has a high TDS, but after filtering through the Glacier Fresh U03, you can see the number drop way down, showing how effective the filtration is. And I dropped it from 400 and something to 100.
Wow.
That is awesome.
That's pretty impressive.
All right, now it's time for the taste test. Very crisp, very clean, has no aftertaste, no residue. Now, we have well water, and you can actually, by looking at these cups, you can kind of see the difference. You could tell that this one's darker than this one, so you can visually tell that it filtered stuff out in addition to what this little tester just said. One of the best parts about this system is it doesn't require any electricity. Overall, I think this reverse osmosis system is going to be a great addition to our setup here. Living off-grid, just like anywhere else, it's important to have clean, fresh drinking water. Hands down, this is the best reverse osmosis system that we've found yet. Please don't forget to check out the link in the description and grab yours before they're gone. Thank you to Glacier Fresh for sponsoring today's video. Now it's time to get back to the regularly scheduled programming. Welcome to our masterclass on how not to finish a project efficiently.
Where we don't make mistakes, we make future regrets.
Yeah. Here we are sanding more and more and more. So, yes, there is a sander over there by Amber, but we decided that the grinder takes it off a lot faster.
Yes, and we didn't have to really do fine sanding on these guys because, to be honest, some of these boards are going to have to be replaced.
Yeah. When Wiley cuts down a better tree, we're going to have to replace these boards because they're...
Yeah, they're some of them are not in the great, like, in the best shape for this.
They'll work. They'll
Right?
work.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little wavy because the saw blade on the sawmill is dull. And then the...
Kind of like, our lives.
And then other ones are, a little thin on the edges because the edge of the log was rotted or whatever, so they're a little bit thinner than the rest. But hey, whatever. Yeah. This is what happens when you mix caffeine with ambition and zero planning.
If procrastination were a sport, we'd be national champions. This tool is cordless, just like my patience, for you and your fine detail.
My perfectionistism. This grinder's got about 3 good minutes in it. Just like me on a treadmill. Alright, y'all. We got all the boards on the beds. We finished the one on the bottom. Michael's making sure it's strong. There's the... Yeah, I think you could, park a truck on that thing. There's the other bed. In case you missed it in Amber's last video, here's the finished countertop where I think it's mineral oil that I would like to use for this. I used to make a wood sealer out of beeswax and mineral oil, and I'd love to do that on these countertops. That'd be awesome. I've got beeswax. But then to seal them, that way if the kids set a cup up here or something, it doesn't leave a ring. It's not that big of a deal. If it does, it's whatever, but everything just looks so nice. Now it's time to get everything all cleaned up, and then we gotta decorate, Michael.
No, you were not decorating me.
We're not decorating Michael. Oh, I forget that we actually...
Goodness.
I forget there's an actual switch in the bathroom. Alright, so we still need to paint the tub. As you can see, it's really gross. Very, very yellow. Amber painted in here. She got the trim done. We got the trim around the light done, or the skylight, and the vent.
I'm not completely done with the other trim.
Right, we still have some more of this to do,
There's
like
only
around
3
here.
or 4 pieces that I have.
I don't, yeah. And then we even did like live edge baseboard down here, and I put way too much time and effort into the one behind the toilet.
Yeah, for not being able to see it.
Because you can't really see it, but.
But she did such a good job on that one.
Can you appreciate it? I made it like curve over the...
Right, and then there's where the hose comes up through the back wall there. It doesn't sit all the way back, so it sits forward.
Yeah.
So she had to, like, customly
Notch out the wood.
Notch
You see
it.
that? You see that? You see how perfect that is? It looks like it grew through there. Amber, did you remember to hire the maid?
I thought you were doing that.
Guys. Now it's too late, and we're going to have to do it ourselves.
Now I have to clean the walls.
Yeah.
Or you could take care of your kid and have Emily do it.
Yeah, I told her our babysitter's a pretty good housekeeper, too.
Right. But for some reason, I feel less guilty having her sit with the baby than I would to have her come in here where it's getting hot already. And
You can see how shiny my forehead is.
I'd feel bad for having her come in here and scrub the walls.
Yeah.
She can hang out with the baby where it's a lot more fun.
We're literally going to be scrubbing the walls. We're going to be...
Yeah. I mean, not really scrubbing them. We just need to get like a bucket of water and some wet rags.
And try to get as much dust off of the walls as we can now that we're done sanding in here. Mm-hmm. And then clean up the floor. And then we're going to come out here and clean up this big mess.
I think when it comes to doing the rest of this trailer, like we did the bedroom, we should try to focus on sanding stuff outside instead of inside, because the dust is just overrun everything. I don't know how many times I've swept the floor, and I could probably get a whole dustpan full of sawdust again, and we like haven't even done like really.
Yeah,
sanded
and she's
it.
talking like a whole dustpan of sawdust off of this floor.
Yeah, just this one.
You could tell it's not even like that bad, but she's already got a whole paint tray full of sawdust here, and that's not even the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. I mean,
Some of this had to be sanded in here.
yeah, some of it had to be done, but not all of it. Some of it could have been done outside. Like, if I'm being honest, we could have done some of it outside.
We could have. We did do some of it outside.
Yeah, just we did more inside.
Yeah. You live and you learn, you know.
Right. So now we get to really, really.
Work hard to clean it.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier to clean if we would have thought that through.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, we should go get
Too
a...
short.
Haha, that's the first time you've ever said that, huh?
You keep cutting my head off. I have like eyeballs. I'm like that guy on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, in that Tim the Toolman Taylor show.
Yep.
Tool Time, that's what it was. R, R, R.
Home improvement.
Home improvement, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, anyway, so let the scrubbing commence.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
I'd say let's go get a
wiggle my
fan.
nose, and it's gonna be done.
I'd say let's go get a fan, but fan and sawdust don't go good together.
It wouldn't really be very easy to dust the walls if we keep the dust moving. It has to be able to settle.
Yeah. Gotta wait for the dust to settle. We might be waiting a while.
I was gonna say I've been waiting for quite a while for the dust to settle.
Yeah. Anywho, okay.
Anywho.
Yeah. Now let's start cleaning. I'm just trying to procrastinate because it's hot in here, and I'm not even moving around.
Right? Yeah, it's gonna really suck.
Okay.
Past us really had the nerve thinking future us would just handle this.
Future us is watching this footage with popcorn and a restraining order.
Yeah. If y'all don't know, future us hates past us because
Yes.
past us generally makes life harder for future us. It's procrastination. It's just plot development.
We owe future us a fruit basket. And possibly a therapist.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. You know, the more we clean, the more I realize we're the problem.
Oh, did I tell you that future us called? Don't worry, I declined the call.
Yeah. I don't know who made this mess, but it was definitely us pretending that we had a system. Why does cleaning take 5 hours, but making the mess only took 5 minutes?
Look at us go. Not efficiently, but enthusiastically.
Yeah. Ooh, look, that's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that would look so cool.
Right, if we had that oil stuff.
Yeah. And then we can make like an all natural finish out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because mineral oil is natural and so is beeswax. I used to make it for cutting boards when Wiley and I did cutting boards and like charcuterie boards and stuff.
Did I get this one? Right.
Food grade mineral. Well, we don't need food grade mineral oil for this.
Oh, I feel like I'm dying. I can't bend like this. I'm not meant to move like this.
We clean up like toddlers clean up. Just pushing stuff into corners and hoping for the best.
Yep, that's how we do it.
See, there I am, pushing stuff into corners and just hoping for the best.
Yeah. We officially live in a house where the clean spot makes the rest of it look worse.
We're basically professionals. Professionals at overestimating our time and underestimating the mess.
Yeah, we are.
I really wanted to give up at this point, but I couldn't find a clean place to lie down.
Yeah. I love it how that cedar turned out.
Yeah. Yeah, it turned out so nice. So nice.
So much dust everywhere.
Yeah, that was like crazy amounts of dust.
Pounds and pounds of dust. Good thing it was a small room or it would have taken us a week to clean it up.
Yeah. Yeah, the amount of time that it took for us just to wipe down like walls.
Mm-hmm.
And then Michael even went back over the walls because
Yeah.
he didn't think we did them good enough.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Do you guys know what kind of wood this is? Because we don't.
Right? But it's really pretty.
Yeah. The red stuff is cedar, and those little sticks you see are cedar.
Right? But
Yeah.
that big piece right there, I don't know what it is.
It's some kind of hardwood. It's, yeah. Very hard. Takes a lot to sand.
Yes.
It's pretty, though. I just love the way natural wood grain looks.
Mm-hmm, me too.
Then we got all fancy and went all live edge on the front. Fake live edge.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah. I think it looks great. What do y'all think?
Right? I think it looks
And
awesome.
let us know in the comment section what you think of our building and scrubbing.
So pretty.
Very pretty.
There's just something extremely satisfying about watching it change color like that.
Mm-hmm. What we didn't record was me scrubbing all the caulking off the wall that Amber spread all over it and then got the sawdust stuck to.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that I shouldn't caulk anything before I
Sand.
sand stuff. But, not everybody's perfect. Just Willow. Yeah, huh, Willow?
Willow's gonna be like her auntie and be perfect. Look at how nice it looks. Alright, yeah. Look at me sweep that floor.
Right? Look at that.
for like the 500th time.
Yeah. So Jen and I, we kind of clean like raccoons organize a trash can. Enthusiastically, but with no plan.
Yep. Yep. And we usually clean more than we have to. Why did we sweep before sanding? Because we like doing things twice. For no reason.
Oh, and there you are getting really up close and personal with it. You know, it's not like...
I even climbed under the bed and everything.
Right? You know, this poor floor has already seen things like every bad decision we ever made with paint.
Yep, you'll see that in the next scene. All those bad decisions with paint.
This poor floor, it's seen too much.
Yep. Oh, hey, there's Mikey re-wiping down what we had already wiped down because apparently we didn't do it good enough.
Yeah.
That's okay. He can get up and close easier than we can.
Yeah. Yeah, he can fit in all those spots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look. Me with a mop bucket.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But she doesn't actually use it. She makes Lily do it.
Yeah. Why would I mop? There's kids. I don't need to mop.
You know it's bad when even the mop is like, girl, I can't fix this.
Right? This RV is a beautiful blend of memories and messes. Heavy on the messes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, yeah, this is actually pretty satisfying.
Hey, look at that.
It was pretty time consuming. I'm glad it's not a big floor. We, should have known to use drop cloths, but
You know?
hey, we didn't have any. So most of the paint stuck to the dust on the floor.
Yeah.
Till Amber swept it up.
Right? I know that I dropped some liquid nail on the floor and that landed all in sawdust, so at least we didn't have to scrape that off the floor.
Right, yeah, yeah.
We're not professionals, but we are persistent, and that's basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Amber's RV, now featuring actual floors you can see.
Hey, look at that.
This makeover is brought to you by caffeine, grit, and very poor time management. It turned out cool, though.
It did.
Right?
It
Yeah.
did. So, the boys' room is, pretty much done. So I guess that means it's time to move on to ruining other parts of this RV.
Yeah. Yep. Guess that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the summer, is ruining the rest of it.
Right?
Yeah. Just come in with our chaos and tear things apart and
Put them back together with, I don't know, some...
hope and caulking.
Right? Hope and caulking, right?
At this point, I think we've developed a personal relationship with the dust. His name is Steve.
Yeah, I like Steve.
Yeah.
It's sad that we had to relocate him.
Yeah, poor
Outside.
Steve. Poor Steve lives in the yard now. With the rest of the dirt. This RV is like a bad mullet. Business in the front and total chaos in the back.
So, we're not really cleaning. We're just really aggressively moving dirt from one spot to another.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at this
I
one.
mean, because, look. Okay.
Oh, gosh. We actually, were able to ignore this room for weeks.
You guys, and we really said we'll clean up as we go. But then, immediately didn't.
No, you can tell. You can tell. Actually, Amber had just cleaned this part, a few weeks ago. I don't know, a week or two ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
It's a hot mess.
It is definitely a hot mess.
There's a lot more trash in there than I thought.
Right?
Luckily, most of it was already bagged up, but we literally had 3 bags of trash already in there.
Right? And this is not a behind the scenes, guys. This is the scene.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a hot mess.
It is hot. It's very hot in there, temperature-wise, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We were sweating our butts off.
Right? Don't worry. We're getting a fan for the boys' room.
Yeah.
And there is AC in there.
If it gets really hot. But the battery will only run the AC for a couple of hours, and the we don't have her full solar system set up yet.
Yeah.
So we still need some wire and some to build a frame for her solar panels and that sort of stuff. So running the air conditioner is not going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, not really too much of an option, but
So-
fans work great.
That's why we were in there sweating our butts off, because we only have a small portable solar panel hooked up right now to keep the battery charged, which runs the lights and things, but we need to get a more permanent setup once we get back.
Why does cleaning take like 5 hours, but making the mess feels like it takes like 5 minutes?
I already said that earlier.
Oh,
It's okay, but it's still true for this room, too.
it really is.
Yeah, it's... there's so much. There's so much.
Just... Thank God it's in time lapse, because that took forever.
Yeah, it is pretty satisfying seeing it all clean, though.
Oh yeah, watching it all magically move really quick.
We bribed the kids and said, hey, if you help us clean, we'll take you swimming.
Yep.
And then we did.
Yep.
And it was a good day.
It was a really good day.
And I'm glad they helped us, because we got done faster and were able to go when it was really hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what we, like working in here, it was hot, but it only got hotter throughout the day. So if we had to do all this by ourselves, it would have been like a 2-day job, not just a 1 day. Because we would have had to stop.
Yeah.
This room went from disaster to acceptable real quick. And I'd say that's growth.
Yeah, especially on time-lapse. It makes it look like it happened real quick. Yeah. We're cleaning like we just found out that company's pulling down the driveway. Hurry, get it done! We can't let people know that we make messes.
Right?
We'll put it on YouTube for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
That broom has so many miles on it in this camper already.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
gosh.
Wake up with the sunrise, smell that morning dew. Out here in the hills, there's always work to do. With calloused hands and steady hearts, we build it day by day. A simple life, a good life, it's the only way. With the wind at our back and the sky so wide, we've got everything we need right here inside. Living in the hills where the world slows down, where the trees stand tall and the stars come out. We work the land with a steady hand, thank the Lord above for this promised land. Living in the hills, it's a life that's real. With every step, there's more to feel. We've got faith, we've got time, we've got dreams to fill. This is how we're living in the Arkansas hills. There's nothing like the sound of rain on a tin roof late at night. We're sitting by the fire with the moon shining bright. We're carving out a life here, the rivers run free, and every single moment feels like it's meant to be. With the wind at our back and the sky so wide, we've got everything we need right here inside. Living in the hills where the world slows down, where the trees stand tall and the stars come out. We work the land with a steady hand, thank the Lord above for this promised land. Living in the hills, it's a life that's real. With every step, there's more to feel. We've got faith, we've got time, we've got dreams to fill. This is how we're living in the Arkansas hills. From the morning light to the evening breeze, we're rooted deep like the tallest trees. Every stone we lay, every mile we roam, out here in the hills we found our home. The world slows down where the trees stand tall and the stars come out. We work the land with a steady hand, thank the Lord above for this promised land. Living in the hills, it's a life that's real. With every step, there's more to feel. We've got faith, we've got time, we've got dreams to fill. This is how we're living in the
Clean as you go, people. Learn your lesson.
We haven't yet.
Definitely not.
Yeah. We're just cleaning until it looks like someone tried. And that's good enough for today.
Yeah. That's definitely good enough for today. It's hot. I think we need to go to the lake now.
I agree.
Let's go swimming.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.